and welcome! Today we're going to say hi to Queenie. I know it has been a long time since I last did the Here Comes Queenie, and I want to say sorry for that, but I'm being so busy, not only with the channel but with my full-time job as well and some stuff on the side, so I'm running out of time a little bit, but I promise you I will never stop the Here Comes Queenie, but they might not come as often as I promised in the beginning, but don't worry, they will come. Anyway, enough chit chat. Look at beautiful Queenie here. She just shed not long ago, actually just a couple of days ago, and she's looking absolutely stunning. As you can see, she's growing so big and so fast. She's not fat or anything, but she really is growing in the length but also in the width of her body. It's so good to see because she is so stunning. I remember when I bought Queenie, she was so small. She could fit right into the palm of my hand. I believe I could even close the hand with her inside. If you haven't seen these Here Comes Queenie before, let me just quickly recap. I bought Queenie some time ago specifically for the channel because a lot of you guys requested videos on corn snakes, but I didn't have a corn snake, so I decided that I was going to get a corn snake and then I was going to document her entire growth on this YouTube channel. I wanted to show everybody what it was like taking care of a corn snake from when you get it as very small and then up until it is a full adult. So that's pretty much what we're doing right now. We are actually just following how Queenie's doing, and as you can see, she's doing pretty well. She's also calmed down a little when it comes to handling, and that has absolutely nothing to do with me taking her out more often. I actually don't. I only have her out for the videos or if her terrarium needs to be changed or something like that. So usually she's just in her terrarium, just chilling and doing whatever she wants. But she really does seem to, you know, have calmed down with age. So the more she gets to eat, the bigger she gets, the older she gets, the more she's calming down. So that's a little tip for you guys out there who has baby snakes. And it's also a question I do get quite a lot. People are writing me asking about their baby corn snake or their baby ball python. It's totally normal for baby snakes to be a little bit more skittish and to be a little bit more defensive, and maybe even for corn snakes like shaking their tails. Queenie still does this at me when she is eating and if I'm getting too close with the camera. It's totally normal for them, but with Queenie here it does seem like they do grow out of it very slowly as they age. The best thing that you can do is just to, you know, keep on feeding them and then take them out once in a while so they can get used to handling, but it's totally normal. They will grow out of it. I was thinking that we should take a look at Queenie's terrarium because I did change it quite a lot, and I'm really thrilled to show you guys. But before we do that, let's take a closer look at how beautiful Queenie has gotten. So this is Queenie's new terrarium. I think it turned out pretty nicely. I'm very satisfied with it. As you can see, I did keep some of the old stuff I had in Queenie's old terrarium setup, such as the plant over here and her hide and her water bowl, but I also put in some new stuff. So let's take a look at that. The first thing I did was I put in this background for Queenie. This is not like one of the typical backgrounds you use like the ones that Noelle has. These are some things, I'm not sure what they're called, I got them in a trade, but usually you use them when you're building like big rainforest terrarium. If you water them enough, plants will grow out of them. I'm not sure if that's gonna be possible for me to do it because Queenie does not require that much humidity, but nonetheless I really do think they look kind of badass and they are made for terrariums to use, so I thought why not. Then of course I put back in these plastic plants because Queenie really does use them quite a lot. She is very often hiking up on top of this one, so I kept that one in. And I also did add like, this one is an old one as well, but I did add this plastic plant too. It's not someone that Queenie uses, not at all, but I did think that it looks nice, you know. Then I put in her hides, the coconut hide and then the hide over here. She really does use those two quite a lot. And then of course the water ball here, and that one needs to change, so we need to do that. The dirt you see inside it is the dirt from the ground, and we can talk about that. This dirt is the coconut fiber, I believe. Pretty much what you do is that you mix it up with water, and then you get all of these dirt looking stuff. And then you need to let it dry, and then I just put it in here, and it gives Queenie a great opportunity to burrow, and she really enjoys that. So I'm really happy I decided to do that. And then of course I got this branch. I haven't seen Queenie use it, but I think it looks pretty badass, and hopefully when she gets a bit bigger she will start to use it. But all in all, this is how Queenie's terrarium look now. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm very happy with it actually. I think it looks pretty cool. I really do enjoy to make terrariums, but the reason why, as I've talked about before, that we're using newspapers is that, first of all, because we did get blood mites, because we purchased some lizards from a lady who clearly did not know what she was doing, and those lizards had blood mites, and then everyone had blood mites. We don't have blood mites any longer. We haven't had any for several months, but you can never ever be too sure when it comes to that. So that's the reason why we chose to go on newspapers. But now I feel comfortable that we don't have blood mites, and I'm slowly starting to change the terrariums back to what they were before. Alright, well, I think it's time to get Queenie back. And she's already disappearing. You can't see her. She's made a burrow down here somewhere. You can just see her tail there. Alright, bye bye Queenie then. On my Facebook group, I also did ask you guys to ask Queenie some questions. I posted a picture of her, and then I asked you guys to ask her any question you would like, and then I would probably answer them in this episode. I've chosen out a few, and I'm gonna answer them now. The first one is from Sarah Mars, and Sarah, she writes, what does she want to be when she grows up? Also, how big do you think she will get, and does she ever want to be a mama? Those are some really awesome questions, Sarah. Thank you very much. I really do think that Queenie wants to stay on this YouTube channel. I have the feeling that she's really enjoying those episodes. I think that she is aiming to become a YouTube star. Yeah, most definitely. I think that Queenie will grow to be around, I don't know, 150, 160 maybe. She is very tiny of her age, so I don't think she's going to be like a giant corn snake, not at all. But I did also see the other corn snakes that the breeder had, and they were quite big. So I'm not quite sure, but hopefully around 160. And the last question being, does she ever want to be a mama? Queenie is a wild type corn snake, but I did also discover that she has some other amazing genes in her, some recessive genes, which means that they're not showing. But if you pair it up with a corn snake that has those genes as well, she will produce some quite awesome corn snakes. I'm not quite sure if I ever want to breed corn snakes, but to breed Queenie, that could be really fun, you know, and that could be quite awesome because she is a really gorgeous corn snake. So if I find a suitable male for her, then yes, maybe in a couple of years when she's ready and when she's big enough. So that is a big maybe. The next question I got was from Jonathan Bell, and Jonathan, he writes, does she enjoy going outdoors? How often does she need to eat? Will her colors get brighter or darker with age? Awesome questions. We don't really take Queenie outside because she's so small, and if I were ever to, you know, like let her loose on the grass that we sometimes do with babies, she would just disappear in an instant. In the beginning, I fed Queenie every 5th day. I still do that. I sometimes stretch it a little bit to once every week if she did get a big meal. The last meal she got was pretty big. It was like a rat pinky, so she could go a week before getting a new one. But I really want to get some size on Queenie, so for now it's for every 5th to 6th day that I feed her. The last question was if her colors were to change. I don't think that corn snakes' colors change that much, not like it sometimes does with boas. I'm not 100% sure, but as far as I know, Queenie, she should keep her colors exactly like they are now when she's growing older. The final question of this episode is from James Geese. I hope I said your name right. If not, I'm sorry. I'm not native English. James, he's writing me, does she have any personality quirks? And that's a really awesome question. Queenie is very much her own. I can definitely see she's very independent. When she's eating, she has a precise strike and she eats very fast. She's very much her own. When I get too close to her, she will wiggle her tail, telling me like to back off lady, this is my area. So Queenie, she's definitely her own lady. that's for sure. Thank you so much every one of you who wrote a question. I really do appreciate it. Also, if you haven't joined my Facebook group yet, please do, because in there it's the place where I often do ask questions that I use in the videos as well. And I really appreciate you guys when you're helping me, so thank you very much and thumbs up for that. Alright guys, that's all for today. I really do hope you enjoyed checking in on Queenie. She's really growing into becoming a beautiful, beautiful corn snake. Please give the video a like so I know that you like what I make. It really does mean a lot to me. And also, while you're at it, just hit subscribe on that channel. As usual, you can find me on Instagram under the name jossersjungle. Thank you guys for now, and bye bye!